Now come on in. I know it's late, but because a lot of people are off around my neck of the wood and different places around here in the South and Alabama and Florida and Mississippi with the snow and all, and don't have anywhere to go in the morning. And I've been up all day, phone calls and pictures and videos coming in. People checking on me because they know I'm here by myself. So I'm up and I'm not quite sleepy yet. And I just said I was going to run a live because I got a lot of supporters that's been coming in doing my replays. And I got a lot of subscribers that's been coming in. So I just said I was going to throw in my video that I've been dearly trying to get on here to do all day. But for some apparently reason, I've been getting stopped. So I was like, okay, is that a sign for me not to go live? Or is it something keeping me from doing a good live that I should and can go on and do? So when I have challenges and everything, I like doing them. So I don't know if it's called a challenge to see if I'm going to do it and it be successful, or should I not? So if it's a challenge, I like challenges. And like I said, I'm here by myself. I'm snowed in. First time it snowed like this, I don't think it ever, and it is a record-breaking number of feet of snow. It's like 7 feet of snow. And I'm here by myself, and the street's going to probably be like this throughout tomorrow as well. So luckily, I have everything I need, can want, while I'm stuck inside alone. Um, so I don't have nothing to do. It's time on my hand. I've been doing things around the house. I took a nap today. I don't know if anybody else had a chance to take a nap. I'm not trying to get anybody to sit up with me. But if you are up, I'm going to go on and just chat and talk. I have some videos and I have some pictures, photos that I'm going to put up of the snow that's here in Mobile, Alabama, in the port city, something that we haven't had. You know, we always get drops and drizzles of snow, but we never get snow stuck to the ground, built up on different feet, dripping out of the trees, so pretty where the kids can go outside and play. And what we can actually just say, we are snowed in. And what we call snow in here may not really be equal to what people like in Virginia and New York and different places call snow in. So, because my sister, she sent me pictures just this past week in Virginia, where she sent me pictures of her patio and everything where it's snow. And then I sent her my pictures, and my pictures are thicker than her pictures, and she's in Virginia. But it's a nice, pretty out snow white here in Mobile, Alabama, and I'm enjoying it. But I couldn't go outside in it, and my kids didn't want me to try to go outside, and they're not here, and I slip up and fall, and of course I just recovered from my leg, and I don't need that to happen. So I stood in the doorway, and one of the children that was outside playing came up on my porch and got my camera and took a picture of me in the doorway waving, and took a picture around my house, and I took a picture from my house outward in the front and back. So I've been enjoying the scenery, and I've been enjoying sitting inside and just taking it easy. And of course, when you're inside, all you're gonna do is but eat and snack all day. So I know everybody's inside eating and snacking, and if you lost any weight for the new year, most likely you done put a couple of pounds back on. I know I have, so I'm not gonna even get on the scales this week. So with all that being said, I hope everybody else have had a wonderful day. And if you're snowed in, I hope that this is a memorable moment for you and your family, that you all are sharing and that you all are making memories, because, like I say, in the deep south around here in Alabama, like where I'm at, you're not going to see any snow. You just rarely see sleet. So, sleek. So, sleet. So I am saying that it's a lot of happiness around here. And for one thing, for sure, I haven't heard, and it's sad to say, but the snow, hopefully it has, because I haven't heard of any breaking news with nonsense, crime, that kind of thing. So I pray everybody's just enjoying the snow with family and friends or inside doing things sensible and not outside trying to do things that don't make sense. So that's a good thing. That's a blessing. And I hope it stay that way. But other than that, if you all can go with me and list and look at your hold on one second, y'all, and look at your title. I'm just gonna briefly I turned my tablet on so y'all know when the tablet don't be on all the time. Y'all already know what it does. And I'm my stomach kind of bothering me as well a little bit. But like I said, a couple of things happened to me while I was trying to prepare for this live all day long. Then I spilled my drink on my Coke all over the table and the floor. So I had to clean all of that up before I started. I'm like, oh my God, one more thing. I know I'm not gonna do it. But I got all that up and I'm settled down. Now I'm on the sofa with my cover, my blanket, and my fireplace, and everything is going. Snow in the port city. And I was thinking about something earlier, and I witnessed something also in the store yesterday while my daughter and I was picking up some things to be closed in for today. And it was kids everywhere, and it was parents everywhere, of course, or whoever that had the kids. And I witnessed, I don't know if the parents was all just kind of like in a hype, like nervous type thing, getting ready for the snow in. I don't know. But then from that also with my description, as far as working with kids for many years, I just witnessed different personalities, different parenting skills and type of parenting, the way parents discipline children and how children act. And so that brought me to the insecurities and immaturities from parents to adults, and what may cause kids to develop at different stages in different ways to go into adulthood, and what may affect them sometime. And then I thought about it, I was like, and then there are so many topics that can cover why kids, when they reach early adulthood, going into adulthood, and as they become adults, why they lack some things that they need to be able to cope and deal with life and life challenges. But a child, a baby, a child, a toddler, a preschooler, a teenager, perhaps they cannot deal or go into adulthood if they don't have that role model, because there is, and it is a reality, let's face it, a lot of adults that have kids, a lot of them have not reached mentally, they have not reached the adulthood themselves. We have a lot of parents they are not mature. They don't know how to handle life. They don't take life serious. They don't know how to cope with kids, and it's not sometimes even their problem, because you got to go, in order to heal, in order to accomplish anything in life, in order to get to any type of source, you got to always dig and do your research. And when you do research back into families, as well as any type of other project, you have to find out, they say, find the reliable resources. You just can't talk and say something. You can't just talk and do a book report or a research project. You got to dig, you got to go, and you got to bring back credible references. And that's the same thing with parents. That's the same thing with children. You got to bring credible references in order to be able to speak on some of the issues that may be in this child behavior or where it comes from. And in order to do that, you got to find out the root of the problem. And sometimes when you go to digging and you go to really finding out the root of the problem, finding out that family history, that family background, and people, from different references and sources of that family, then you begin to understand what you are dealing with if you're dealing with that child, or if you're dealing with that parent, or if you're dealing with that child that has grown up to be a teenager and just don't know how to deal or handle life situations. When they become a young adult into adulthood, they don't know how to deal with relationships or anything. They don't know how to manage money. They don't know how to go out here and put things in order, like what I do first in order to be successful in life. If they don't have any background, and see, everything, when you say background, is not always from that parent, but it's not always from the school itself. And a child don't know where to begin. So the beginning got to begin somewhere. And if that parent don't have that to give that child right then and there, number one, that's a downfall. That's a letdown. And we have a lot of kids, and I've have read also before I came on here. And let me say this, and I need to start also saying, when I start speaking on different topics and subjects, it's not what I'm just spitting out on the top of my head. I have read. I need to start giving out my sources as well, so I could be credible. And that also, from my experience of being a child care worker, early childhood development, and dealing and working with parents and kids of all ages. Well, I have background credentials for that. But what I'm saying is I need to start putting up a statement as well, saying when I'm just speaking and from what I know and from what I read and my perception of things, so that people won't hold me accountable to things that I do know. I'm not copying other people's materials, but I can cite where I get things from. I got to come better with that. But we also need to know that parents, sometimes when a child, even if they are immature, that they stun the growth of a child from wanting to learn and to do better in life. Because as soon as a child becomes their and start beginning their own identity, and they want to start learning and doing and becoming a part of life and living from development stages on up, sometimes a parent or whoever is responsible for a child can shut them down as they grow up. When sometimes a child just want to know, they start wondering, they start asking questions, and sometimes parents just shut them down. As soon as a child asks them a question and they don't know the answer, they shut them down. You don't need to know it. Why? That's not necessary. So that child right then and there start putting in their mind that, how, every time I ask her something or him something, they don't want to answer me. They tell me to shut up and be quiet. So I'm just going to keep things to myself. So you don't know, when you start telling a child to be quiet, don't worry about it, it's not important, that child is growing and trying to develop its own identity, trying to find the place in life where they can fit in and where they can succeed. But because sometimes parents don't know the answer, or they're just so selfish too, they don't care to stop and give the child a chance, a time to find an answer, even if they don't know it. If they don't know how to be a parent and they're not responsible, and they don't have the know-how tools, then they stunt right then and there that child development and confident and being themselves and wanting to be a part of society. And that's why kids shy out. They become quiet. When they go to class, they don't want to speak out. They don't want to ask questions, because from at home, from being a child, they've been told, even if they ask a question, be quiet. Why? Don't, shut up. That don't matter. Things like that. So they go out in society, go to school, And those are most likely the kids that sit in the classroom and hold their hands down, don't want to answer a question. They don't want to ask a question because at home from the beginning, they are told to be quiet. And then we have these parents, they are growing up mentally with their children because they haven't had a chance to be a child when they was growing up, because they was rushed to be an adult. They was rushed to take care of siblings. They was rushed to take on responsibilities, because sometimes in different families they didn't have a parent to be a parent to them. And I don't know, and I can't say why. I can't say because they was on drugs. I can't say because they was working. I can't say because they were just going out partying. But sometimes siblings are forced to be the parent at a young age. And then they are forced to be an adult at a young age. And when you are forced to be something and you're not ready for it, you just go on and you just learn as you go. And when it's your time to be a child, you don't have time to be a child. You just got to jump right into what you don't know. And then when you get there, you're lost. You didn't have a chance to go through the stages of life. There's development stages through life for a child. And when you are going through those development stages, there are each step in life that you're supposed to go through in order to develop properly, in order to get to the next level in life. And some children are forced to just rush and leave it all behind. And maybe that parent was forced to rush and leave it all behind. And that is the family right there that lose out in society, to lose out in a chance to be successful. And then you got, I'm going to say, all kids and everybody that come from that rush way in life because they had to do whatever it takes to get to that adulthood. Everybody that comes through that cycle is not a person that don't make it. Some of those kids and some of those parents are some of the most successful adults you can have. But I'm going to tell you something that I read up on, and I know, and I have talked to a couple of my parents that are now doing great and well and still keep in touch with me. Although, excuse me, y'all. Although, and whoever is watching me from the sky, the tree, thank you all. God bless you for giving me your view for a minute or two, no matter how long. And please click the like button and let me know if you like my content, even if you don't stay the whole video. I'll come back and watch the rest later. And if you can, leave a comment and let me know that you appreciate my conversation, that you like it, you know, and if you think that my channel should keep going. I know it's off to a slow start, but with God, all things are possible. I'm going to keep it going because I do know my content some kind of way is needed sometime by somebody somewhere. So I'm going to keep it going. And I do appreciate the eyes that I see in the sky. But if you can, you don't have to comment or anything, but just hit the like button. I just clicked on Sharon. I didn't even know you was here, boo. Thank you so good. Thank you, Sharon. I forgot to click the comment button. And I know I, spoke with you, but I thought you had went on to sleep, baby. You say, come on in, join Dash, dropping them gems. Exactly, that's right. My baby is with me tonight. Thank you so much, Sharon. You say, did you? I'll get a yes. Yes, Sharon. Yes, baby. We got so much snow. And it is so exciting and surprising because here in the deep South, Mobile, Alabama, no snow. But this time, we broke records. They say over 100 and some years ago, they never seen this much snow here. And we got it. And I'm going to post the pictures and I'm going to send you some also, okay? I mean, we got snow. And we normally get, when they say it's snowing in Alabama, around here where I live, Mobile, Port City, normally when they say snow, it's a little cover on the ground, and then before the day of afternoon is over, it's gone. But this time it is like 7 inches of snow, and they say it's going to be like this. They doubt if it goes away even tomorrow, the next day, because we're supposed to get down like 3 degrees as far as the feel like temperature goes, 3 degrees. So it's going to be very cold throughout tomorrow. We may lose power and that kind of thing. So y'all keep me prayed up, me and my family and everybody. I'm here by myself. My daughter and them, I told them to stay at their place. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. But my mom, of course, she's worried about me. But I'm okay, because I had been, sick and stuff. But I have everything I need. And plus I got God. So, but I have really everything I need to survive until all of this over with. And I told them they're not getting their cars to come out because, when you're not used to driving on ice and stuff, it's kind of tough. But I'm okay. But I'm glad to see you on here, boo. Thank you so much. And I know I sent a couple more people in. Appreciate everybody, like I said, for joining me. I know it's late, but I'm trying to stay consistent. Like I said, I didn't come on last night, and I just wanted to make it. Catrice, my baby Catrice was in here. I don't know if she's still with me. Hello, Catrice, baby. Thank you for joining. Yes, I know it's late, and I know you ain't gonna stick around. I know you be having to go to work, Catrice, but everything has stopped me from coming on today. But I came on tonight. And so catch the replay if you don't finish. But I was just talking about what was I talking about? Sharon excited me when I saw her on here because I had told her I was coming on late, but I thought for sure she was gonna be asleep. It was 1 degree in Chicago. Ooh, Lordy Jesus, 1 degree. I'm still here about to go to bed in a bit. And I could understand. Thank you for showing your face. You already know you bless me when you show up on my channel. And I really do truly appreciate you. You and Sharon are my golden pieces. Y'all are my gems. Y'all my gems. And as I grow, like I know I will, I'm going to always remember that. Y'all always going to be treated and respected, okay? And I really do appreciate you and Sharon. I really do. When I see you two, it make me feel like it's 200 instead of 2. It does. And y'all motivate me to keep on going. But yeah, we're talking about insecurities and immaturities from kids to adults. And thank you, baby. But I was just talking, and from working with kids and all of that, and then thinking about different things and what I saw yesterday in the store. And I always get to thinking. I think too much. And then I was thinking about social media and off social media, and then it was like some people, you're so much welcome. You're so much welcome and blessed. And I was thinking about the problem is, with a lot of adults and young adults, because they have to rush. And I don't know, I think y'all all heard what I was saying before. Y'all surprised me, and I thought my comment was on, and then I lost track. But a lot of kids, they'll rush through life, and like I said, for whatever reason that they have to rush through life to be an adult, they pass through so many stages, but because a lot of kids are rushed through life and they have to help with siblings, or they have to grow up and help parents because of lack of income, whatever the situation is, I had gotten to the point where that don't mean that they're going to be unsuccessful. That don't mean that they're going to fall short. Many of them are successful in life because a lot of them, they learn also from others. They just take initiative to say, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be struggling all my life. I want to be better. I want better for my kids. I don't want my kids to go through what I've been through. And they just, they just take that Hercules stick and they say, I'm going to be bigger and I'm going to be better than that. And they go out and they do it. I have had kids to come through my daycare and all that I had to help keep their kids while they go to college, while they went to trade schools, because they didn't have anybody to keep their kids. And after the daycare closed, they didn't have nobody to keep their kids to go to evening classes. And they would come to pick their kids up crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? And they said, I'm trying to go to trade school. I'm trying to go to CNA school, but I don't have nobody to keep my baby. And I gotta be there at 5:00, And I'll tell them, I got them. Go to school, go to class. I know you close at 6:00. I know I do too. But I got him, I got her until you get through with class. How many days, how many nights of the week do you go to class? They would tell me how many days a night they go, and I would tell them to go to class. And I did this for several people that came through my daycare when they became young adults and they had kids at a young age, and then they wanted to do something with their life, and they didn't have nobody to help them. And I'm going to tell you, they had parents, they had grandparents, they had older people in their family, siblings that could have helped them, but they didn't have help. So I would close my daycare up and I would keep their kids for them until they go to class from like 5 to 9 to be a CNA or whatever they was trying to do. I did that. And when they got ready to pay me, I did not charge them. And I did that for several people. I did that because I saw something in those people, them kids. I knew what they was trying to do. And I knew if I didn't do it, it was going to be hard to find somebody to do it. And then it was going to be, if they find somebody to help to keep their kids while they're doing it, were they going to be safe? Were they going to take them from my daycare and just give them to anybody to help them go to school? I didn't know. So I felt like I was responsible to help, not just from the time that they paid me to keep their kids or the state paid me to keep their kids. I felt like if they wanted to go to school, I didn't know if they're going to leave the kids in the house by themselves. I didn't know if they're going to drop them off and something was going to happen to them. I feel like if they did something like that and something happened, would I be feeling bad? So from the goodness of my heart, I would keep their kids until they come. I said, come straight here from school and get them now. And I kept them until they graduate. Because a lot of them was in like those 4 to 6 week courses and stuff like that. And they thank me to this day. And a lot of them not even in Alabama. And I promise you, they call me mom. And they have their kids calling me grandma. One particular girl stay in Atlanta, Georgia right now. And she has a son. And the son that I kept, he has 2 kids now. And they stay in contact with me like they are my biological daughter and grandkids. And that's how I bless kids. And I feel like, a lot of people need to come together. But I'm going to tell you, it's sad when a parent is jealous of their own kids. That insecurity. A lot of kids don't make it sometimes because a lot of parents want to be, it's sad and it's going to be crazy, but a lot of people would know this. Some parents want to be the center of attention. And I found that out. Some parents really want to be the center of attention, they want to be controlling. They want to be something like bullying to their kids. And I see this. I see it in so many places. And if a kid don't do what they want them to do, if a kid don't be what they want them to be, they don't help them. They tell you they don't do anything for them financially. They don't babysit. They don't do anything. It's like holding them captivity in the mind. And this happens a lot. It does. And a lot of parents, they don't want to believe anything that their kids say. And I have had children to tell me that I told her I wanted to be a nurse, or I told her I wanted to be this or that. And she told me, you ain't gonna make it. You can't do that. You need to find something. You need to just go and work and, like Krispy Kreme donut, or you need to just go and be a CNA because nursing gonna take too long. And I'm like, you would see that in a lot of parents because they didn't make it. They don't want their kids to make it. I'm not making it up. And I have witnessed that. Also, the insecurity comes in. They are so insecure till they don't and they won't help their child do anything that they can help them do to succeed in life if it's not about them. And then you got those parents, if one or two or more are all succeed in life, if they can't help that parent, they still hold them captivity because they're gonna hold their hands out and they're gonna expect something. It's like, okay, you done made it to be the doctor, or you done made it to be the fireman. I birthed you in this world, don't you owe me? And if that child don't help that parent still don't want to have anything to do with that child. So that child has been messed up all their life by that parent, and it's going to affect that child. Now, what I was trying to say about insecurity, immature emotionally, and what that does when that child, even if it be successful in making it in a career or just making it to in a relationship, sometimes it harms relationships, because if you're not happy with yourself, you can't make nobody else happy. If you don't feel secure with yourself, you're gonna always feel like somebody not giving their all to you. If you feel like you are cheating yourself out of something and you're not living your best, then you're gonna feel like nobody else can give you your best. So, coming up in a childhood, whether you was loved, but you didn't have they didn't have the money, or they didn't have the finance, or if they had the finance, but it's always something, whatever was missing in the equation. And parents always feel like, just because I birthed you in this world, and if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be this or that. And a child gets up and become that fireman or that doctor, they feel like that child owed them something. But truly and all, if that child pushed their way through life and had to skip through so many stages because you forced them to be fast in life because you wasn't there the way you should have been, but they had to come through and help raise or be there for a sibling because you wasn't. But now that child have built and say, hey, I'm going to make it and be something, and then they do become something, that child, just because they became something, don't mean that they are clear in their mind. See, that a doctor or whatever, that don't mean that they got the world in their hand, because see, they still may be lacking. They still may be lacking the sense of being emotional, balance, feeling like a healthy, a healthy mind, knowing how to love. You go in a doctor's office sometime. Perfect example. You go in a doctor's office sometime. They don't have good bedside manners. You go on a doctor don't know how to talk to you sometimes. They hurry up and talk. They half listen. They're a good doctor, but you tell your friend, I like him, but he don't listen, or I don't like the way he talk. He don't have time. See, a lot of times, just because somebody's a professional, don't mean they have it all. Just because they're a professional, they could be some of them children that rush through life that had mothers that neglected them, but when they got on through, they made a way and they pushed themselves up the ladder without that support. So that's why we have so many mixed type of emotional type relationships and children coming out of it. And then you have these children that go out there and they do stuff wrong. And you say, oh my God, not Dr. such and such or such and such, or the fireman such and such, or the chief or the mayor such and such child. Oh my God, really? Yeah, really. Because just because you see the outside, like we say, even with the homes I talked about the other night, just because it's beautiful on the outside don't mean that it's nice and loving on the inside. That's the same thing with the mind. And that's because, and it's on here on the internet as well, And another part of that, I'll get to it in a minute. Children feel bullied, like I said a few minutes ago, not only by kids at school. Parents don't understand when they're making their kids feel isolated. They're making their kids feel like they're not good enough. They're making their kids feel like, what do I do to get attention? And then they go and they seek the wrong kind of attention. They go and they try to do things to make their parents feel good about them. They get involved in things quick and they make the wrong decisions, And then you want to know where and how this come about. And then I might as well go on and say it while I'm talking, just like on this internet. You got parents that interact with their kids with it being insecure, with bullying, with being childish, emotionally unstable. They have that parent haven't coped with being an adult themselves. So it's laughable to the parent as well that their kids are acting immature. They get a high out for their children being insecure. So that the best way that they can deal with this and deal with life and feel like they big is to themselves, hurt others, bully others, So we see a lot of that on here, out for here. And then you want to know where and how your kids go wrong because they rushed up to be an adult. They skip so many. That's really, truly, y'all, development stages in early childhood education and early childhood development is very, very serious. For any young parents that gets a hold to this video or whatever, it could be 10 years from now, go through the stages and make sure if you put them in any child care, that they go through the proper stages in that child care and they really take it serious. Don't put them in child care and daycares to just play all day. Because when they get out of child care ages and they enter into preschool and school, it's going to show that they played every year coming into school age. You want to get them into child care centers, daycare, may be home or centers, church daycare, whatever. Make sure your grandkids, your great grandkids get into programs where they're going to show you that they have curriculums for each level, from infants, toddlers, preschoolers on up. It's important. And that's, people don't take childcare serious, but the basics are the best. Like they say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Infant all the way through is the most development stage is going to make a difference in your child when they go to school. When they hit the first grade and kindergarten, those teachers going to be able to tell you, I could tell they was in a good program. And I made sure each one of my daughters was ready, and my granddaughter, and anybody else that came through my program. It matters because they're going to need it. They're going to need it. They go there, if you paying for them or the state paying for them to go there to play all day, it's not a good program. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not trying to be against nobody, but I'm just saying, some people just want somebody to keep their kids just as long as they don't have to keep them. But if you care, it matters. It does. So just make sure that your child is in a good program, and make sure that you care, even if it's just make sure that they get the basis, and make sure that you love and understand. And if you know your grandchild, or you know your loved ones, when they become a teenager, like my teenage daughter, she'll be 14 in March. I pay close attention to her because right now she needs it. She's getting ready to enter high school. It's scary for me, and I'm her grandmother, and I'm thinking about things her mother may not even be thinking about. And I'm getting serious with her on certain things, and I'm letting her know straight up, being direct, because they gotta have the fun. They gotta have the essentials to life. It's no play. They enter it every step in life, but they can't make it. But if they do make it, something still may be lacking if that parent is lacking themselves. And I think that's the moral of what I'm trying to get to. Everybody got to remember, society operates on firstborn all the way through. And I'm not talking about your kids and grandkids. I'm talking about us. And if you know that you're lacking something and you need something and you're looking for love, are you insecure in your relationship? Are you going through problems that you don't know how to solve in your relationship or in your life? Are you imbalanced in some part of your life and you got children, whether they be kids or adults or what, and they come to you for answers? How can you give them great security answers for their relationship of what they can do about the banking situation, about their making the best decision, about staying with that man or woman, if you over here behind the doors fussing and fighting with your man or woman? How can you say, baby, you shouldn't be going through that? Maybe you can tell them that, but you still need to be getting help yourself. So everybody want to know what makes the world go around. What makes the world go around is standing up and owning up to your responsibility, standing up and owning up to what you do wrong, and accepting when you need help, accepting when you know your child or grandkids are falling short and need help, taking responsibility and holding on to what's going on now, looking at what you are dealing with and standing up to it. But what's wrong with a lot of people, a lot of kids, we look at even with our kids where they're falling short and we overlook it. We don't want to see that our children or our grandkids or ourselves need help. We don't want to see that. We don't want to own up to that. But we want to look at other people, children and grandkids, and people that need help. Or you claim that they are slow or they're this or that. But a lot of things that we point out in other people's homes, in other people's lives, They're all in our own homes or in our own families, whether it be in our house. But see, a family is not just at home. A family is a big circle of people that you love. And it don't have to be your immediate family. But just because it's not your immediate family, a lot of people don't care about it. But you're supposed to care about your family tree, because your family tree start at the root. And like I say, the only way that you can solve a problem, no matter what type of problem it is, what I said before in the beginning, you got to go to the root. You got to go to the root. Like I was looking, and I'm looking at this series picture called Saints to Sinners. And everything in that picture, all the problems that they're having, coming from the grandmother on down, coming from the root. That's the picture. That's the whole picture. All the series, everything that's going on, all the problems is leading back to the grandparents and all the way back. No matter what kind of problem it is, whether somebody has had a car wreck or what it is, the reason somebody had that car wreck is because of a reason. They want to know when they fill out that ticket or that accident report, they're going to find out the root, where it started at, how, where it began to cause that wreck. Same thing in life. Where did it begin to cause the insecurity, the emotional imbalance of a child, of an adult that never own up to their responsibility, an adult that claps for their children when they're wrong, and never take responsibility themselves, hold their children responsible. So the cycle just keep going. The adult that acts like a child in front of their children and grandkids, they think it's cute. But then when they get slapped in the face by their children, their children and their grandchildren, and when they get in trouble, and you can't believe that this happened, or when they get hurt, because everybody's not going to take those laughs and those bushes, those being bullied, and think everything is cute. Just because you're insecure, and the only way you feel secure is by laughing and bullying somebody else or causing somebody else hurt and harm, because you don't know how to handle your life situation, and because you think the only way that you can have a light shine on you is by using or bullying somebody, or not handling a situation and owning up to it and getting to the root of the problem. And that's what happens in life. Almost every situation, almost every crime comes from people that's irresponsible. They take it out on somebody else, causes somebody hurt, pain, a loss of life, because they never learn how to handle. They don't have what it takes. They don't have money. They don't have what they want, whether it's for drugs, whether it's for whatever the situation is. They go about it the wrong way, because they never, and most of them, they see and they do. Like they say, monkey see, monkey do. And that don't mean from their parents. It could be from whoever they're hanging with or whatever, because they was never taught. Have your own mind, be your own self, love who you are, respect who you are, demand respect, give respect, stand on what you believe in, do what's right in life. See, a lot of people, they don't hear that. They don't hear it. So if they don't hear it and see it, they don't do it. And what they do, 9 times out of 10, they hurt themselves as well as others. And 9 times out of 10, when you hear of something like a mass destruction, y'all know what I'm saying? Like in New Orleans, like the schools, 9 times out of 10, they're going to hurt others, take others out, and then themselves. They want to find some kind of way to be the hero. They want to find some kind of way to shine. Just like right now on here, people want to find the right way to be in control, to be the one to come out on top. And they have kids and grandkids right there. And they all are laughing. They all are laughing. And the sad thing is, everybody is there. The whole family. The whole family. And like I said before, and I'll say it now, even the big doctors, they are there. And they all taking part. So something is not right. Because if you go through steps of life and development stages the correct way, and you're prepping up to be professional and be a part of people, and you're in a helping business, helping others, there's no way you should be in no kind of situation harming others. If there's no way that a doctor or nobody, bookkeeper, I'm just using professionals, anybody that's in a caring business or a helping business to help people that people depend on for daily situations, to help them in their situations, should be a part of no situation to harm people. You can't tell me you can't make it right. You can't make it right. If I'm a nurse and I put on my uniform to go to help somebody and be on shift to be a nurse, if I'm a doctor and I put on my scrubs to go in the emergency room to help somebody, and I'm an adult that's supposed to be mature, taking responsibility, and have people's lives in my hands, there's no way I'm supposed to be putting on my big pants to be a surgeon in the operating room, but that out here tear somebody down, and no matter what I cause them to do, to hurt, have pain, and to be a part of something that's destroying somebody's heart, life, soul, whatever. You can't do it. Like they say with God. Like they say with God. You cannot serve God and devil at the same time. You're going to either serve God or you're going to serve the devil. But you can't, straddle the fence. That's the same thing in life. You cannot be a parent and be a child at the same time. You can't be a surgeon and save lives and come out here and don't care about lives. I'm trying to tell everybody something. It tops off my conversation. It tops off my topic. People need help. Children needs to be told and shown the way. Because once they get there, everybody's going to be lost together. That's what's wrong. I'm going to go get my cord for my, I thought my computer was locked up. Y'all can see my whole pajamas before my computer go out. I'll be right back. I thought I had brought it in here. Sorry about that. Did it go out while I was gone? Because it's almost gone out, y'all. Hold on one second. Glad I noticed it. Cause this almost my hour. We're on 56 minutes. If y'all can hold out. But yes. Um, what was that? Oh, that was my tablet. My cover, y'all. I've been just in here chilling by myself since I snowed in. I got my tablet, my phones. I got everything charging up because they said we might lose power. So I got everything charging, my extra chargers charging, everything. So my neighbors, my next door neighbors, they're checking on me and stuff too. So everybody know I'm here by myself, and they're gonna make sure I'm okay. But I hope y'all enjoyed this live. I hope that you all feel like it made sense. I wasn't gonna come on, but I didn't come on last night. But I'm trying to come on and make sure that, you know, my videos get out there in circulation and all of that good stuff. And I pray that it falls in the right people's hand. I pray that it comes of value to some people. I pray that if it fits, somebody somewhere, that hears it, may make somebody think, it may make somebody really, touch somebody's heart. Because when I talk, I'm truly speaking from the heart. I'm truly saying what needs to be said. I'm truly trying to reach people. And I truly pray that it reach at least one person, and one person can make a difference. But we all need to know that it starts at birth. Life starts at birth. And it ends somewhere down the line. But in between birth and somewhere down the line, responsibility come in place. And everybody has to take a place between birth, childhood, and adult. And it has to be separated. It has to be separated. And that's where everything gets mixed up. A lot of people don't know where to separate it. A lot of people just live. A lot of people don't take accountability. They put the blame on others. They just out to get what they want to get. They don't think about tomorrow. And everybody be hollering about live for today because tomorrow is not promised. Okay, let's do this. Dash. Live for tonight and not tomorrow. Let's take that for an example. Let's talk about like some people don't understand, like common sense. Live for today and not tomorrow, Dash. And they telling me that the lights might be off and you don't know how long if they go off. So we're gonna just go with the little slogan: live for today and not tomorrow. Okay, don't charge up your phones. Don't do nothing, because we're not gonna live for tomorrow. So my little butt gonna just sit up in here and don't worry about it. Click, the lights go off. I don't have no food. I didn't go and get no extra water. I didn't go and get no extra nothing. I didn't charge up my phone, my extra phones, my extra portable charges and nothing. I'm just stuck in here. And my people trying to, see if I'm okay. And they know I'm half sick. They can't get to me. I can't get to them. Because I didn't have common sense enough to prepare for what might happen tomorrow. See, that don't mean that so you don't live for tomorrow. You got to prepare for a rainy day. And you should prepare your children and grandchildren for a rainy day. And we're not just talking about food and water and lights. We're talking about making it out here in this world. We're talking about preparing them, letting them know about their choices, education, letting them think talking to them about what they want to be, what they want to do in life. It's more to life than just want to go, not have fun, have fun. It's just common sense. And we all go out. We all did a lot of things in life. We all have did wrong. We all do wrong still. Nobody never be perfect. It's not even what it's about. And you're gonna make mistakes. I made mistakes with my daughters. I had to apologize to my daughters. That's life. My mom have not been the perfect. Like, I ain't never heard her say or do anything that I feel like was not right. Everybody. But the foundation, the morals and the values, everybody should be teaching that. The morals, the values, the respect, the ingredients. The ingredients of making it in life. Because if you got the right attitude and personality, sometimes you can get the job without the degree. See, people need to understand that. When I had to hire people in my child care or whatever, people that came in there with the perfect personality and attitude and sold themselves well and showed me some of their references, and I called to verify. And then some people that came in there with their certifications and all to work in child care, but they didn't have that personality. And like, to me, they weren't gonna go back there in that classroom and do like they need to do. And when I called their reference, they weren't talking that good about them. So I went with the person that came in there with the personality, the attitude, respect, yes, ma'am. I went with that. I said, this girl right here, she's showing me something. She can go back there and show them kids how to say yes, ma'am. She can go back there and give them, some teachings on, say yes, ma'am, or say excuse me. See, people forget all about that in life. They don't worry about it. They don't even tell their kids and grandkids to respect their elders, because they don't care about kids respecting them, because they allow their kids, I say it that way, to say and do whatever they want to do, and they laugh about it, and they grow up and they do it, and then they have fun with them, and then they let them disrespect elders, and they disrespect the elders with them. They let them talk about and disrespect and talk about all kind of stuff, and they talk about it with them. So which way do any of them go? Because the money not going to take them everywhere they need to go. Because you can't buy your way through life. Somewhere it's going to be a stop sign. Somewhere it's going to be a stop sign. And people need to know that you can't buy everything you need in life. Everything is not for sale. So I'm going to end this. I hope everybody that came through got something out of it. My hour has came in. Y'all, I think I'm doing so much better since I came back. And I think that I feel great about each live that I do, because I feel like the lives that I do make sense, And Sharon said, thank you all for joining Dad's Speech Gym. Good night, everyone. Stay safe and stay warm. Grace, peace, and blessings to you all. And Catrice, I love you all. And I did make my 500, and I am. Sharon has been my moderator. I had my first channel, and I came back, and Catrice has cheered me on with Sharon, and I will have a surprise for you all soon. Thank you all so much for pushing me, because, like I said before, Having 2 in my chat feels like I have 200, because as long as I know somebody somewhere is listening to me, I know I'm doing something good. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't even have you all. But I do see what people are replaying my video and sharing it out. That makes me feel so good. So until next time, I pray that you all enjoy Insecurities, Immaturities, from kids to adults, and adults taking responsibilities. And don't wait till an adult become an adult. Start when they're small, and then make a difference from the adult child and yourself when they get there. Everybody should take responsibilities of what needs to be corrected. If there has been something wrong and you've been doing something wrong, don't condone. I've always heard, don't condone. It's going to fall down one day. Everybody's going to fall down. Until next time, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all. Click the like button if you're just passing through, and drop a comment and let me know, Daz, I was listening. You did make sense or you didn't. Just say something and encourage me, because everybody needs encouragement. And that's why I have my channel, to encourage, to inspire, to motivate. I really do. And I have a solo mind, and I'm sorry. That's just how I am. I think for myself, and everything I speak come from experience, come from my heart. And I hope somebody somewhere can use it. I'm out of here. I love each one of you, and I can, because God is love. And because God is love, I can love you, you, and you. Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams. Y'all pray for me to get through this little Mobile, Alabama winter storm, something we're not used to. God bless you all. Good night. And I'll pray for you all too as well, no matter where you are.